So, thank you. Thank you all for having me. I'm quite thrilled and pleased that I'm here. Thanks also to Christian to put me under such a pressure to talk here among such great talkers and artists around the world. It's my first time in Bucharest, first time in Romania, so until yesterday evening I didn't really know what to talk about and how to talk about, so I inhaled much of the atmosphere here. I talked to people and talked to the speakers, and I connected some dots from Grace and yesterday, and also Barbara, to combine it in the universe of hospitality, because I think hospitality is more or less the basic of everything. Everybody has it, everybody can contribute to it, everybody can facilitate it. So it's like a vessel. But first, unfinished. We heard a lot of unfinished. We are unfinished. Our targets are never finished. It's important to have targets. It's important to work towards targets. I would like to stress another angle of this unfinished. It's imbalance, which I really like, because I think we are always in imbalance. We are there are moments of balance, and then we are tearing apart into imbalance. So I like the imbalance, imperfect kind of unfinished state of mind and state of action, because it keeps me at least hungry, it keeps me moving, it keeps me agile. And I want to share this kind of hungriness to you and want to encourage you to embrace this state of imperfection. First, next, Praxis. Christian invited me quite a few times to join Unfinished. I never made it until now. I think it's also a cosmic alliance that the word Praxis really attracts my attention so much now to come here and talk about Praxis. It's a Greek word, means also a very German word. German are very keen in practice and praxis. And to practice is also a very thoroughful action. We heard yesterday from Grace and from that if the mind sends a neural signal to your hand, it takes 0.3 seconds. My motorcycle race instructor always said you need 1,500 repetitions that it's in your flesh and blood and you don't think about it, what you are doing. So the second thing I want to share is the passion for things. Be passionate, be thoroughful, go into details, and you be rewarded with a stage of practice and praxis, and you can share with others. So I think praxis is one of the best things in achieving goals, achieving targets, being better with yourself, and embracing the imperfection of it. So these two things at the beginning, slow or slowness, our kind of expression, is quite the opposite of slow. So it's not, I'm always joking, I say slow square. I think it's the right timing, as Barbara always also said. It's the right timing and the right pace to complete certain targets. And we choose the target to hospitality because my founding partner, Klaus, and we sat together with a glass of red wine and saying, there's no such hotel out there. We were really, we can call it ours. So, okay. You can complain like always, or you can do something. So we walked and did something with small steps and with bars and restaurant and then hotel. And the good thing in hospitality is most of it's like, to bring it on a philosophical level, most are copying. Now, like in every business, there are some inventors who are doing the real stuff, and some are copying and making probably the most money. So we said, okay, let's try something new. So we put the farm hotel concept on the table with La Grancha in Ibiza. We reshaped the beach club idea with Scorpios in Mykonos. And now we are approaching to kind of redefining the word luxury in travel industry, hospitality industry. Because I'm an economist, I really strongly believe that the capitalism as we know it is over. We are facing so many problems with sustainability, with climate changes. So we have to redefine and rethink, how do we want to live, how do we want to engage, how do we want to interact. And hospitality is a good ventil for us to express ourselves in that one. So that's the kind of slow, and slow at the beginning was an acronym. It stood for sensible, local, organic, and wise. So it's just bringing it to the philosophic steps of slow or slowness. So our leitmotif is like cultivating arts, crops, and inner gardens. It's all expressed, it's all from ourselves, it's from our inner selves to the outer one. Everybody can do it. Everybody likes to host people, likes to invite people, likes to serve. You need a serving gene to be a hospitality guy. You need to love to serve others. So our project at the moment, we are building a campus in Berlin. We did, in COVID, where nothing much was to do in terms of hotels and hospitality. We created a bakery in Berlin. I built the bakery in 6 months, and we opened the bakery the day the second lockdown struck Berlin. And in January, we had the 200-meter line in front of the bakery, and the New York Times wrote an article, the best you can do in Berlin to get to a rave is standing in line at Sophie's for the baked goods. So it's like doing something, doing it thoroughful, doing it with love to detail, and at least not be perfect, but having the approach that for your inner eyes, for yourself, you did the most to achieve excellence. We are in Portugal, we are in southern Germany, and we are doing, since last year, like a pop-up. There is a kind of a Burning Man Asia. It's Wonder Fruit called, and we're doing the Slow Wonder in Chonburi in Thailand every December, and kind of a retreat thing afterwards, which is like for us like an experimental thing to test new strings in hospitality. So these are the ingredients, I think the ingredients for life, not only for hospitality. It's arts and culture, very important. Art and culture is one of the major pillars of an evolving society, embracing all kind of arts, embracing all kind of different cultures, different people, different ethnies, and bring them together. Education, second biggest pillar. People have to be educated to stand against all of the challenges we are facing in the world. Food is very important, food and drinks, from non-alcoholic, biodiverse wines to organic food, but also not being strict in vegan, vegetarian or whatever, but doing it in a balanced way. So gastronomy, and upcoming new pillar, which is health. The big New York or American-based gym Equinox just recently in May announced a $40,000 membership in their clubs, including blood tests, health support during the year, and everything else from Curo or whatever. And more people than a couple of years ago when they said they go to the gym just to have their weight under control. Now it's all about biohacking, longevity, and how we grow old and healthy old. It's a big topic, and I think it's a good topic to integrate it into the hospitality pillars. Also, travel with cooperative or similar hotels, that it's not only you doing things, but you have like-minded companies, people who join you or who you are joining. And also the work, which makes it then holistic, that you create places, or we create places best. You can work, you can sleep, you can eat, you can do your health checks, you can do sports, and so you have a leisure work component. I mean, the big companies like Google and Apple did it years before, but it's too static, and it's too big, and it's too unpersonal, too anonymous. That's also one thing I want to share in terms of economic growth. If you're doing things good, they are seldomly scalable. So it's like handcrafts or like small hotels with a personal attitude, which is very hard to really scale to a dimension where you can have processes in line which are so standardized that it's personal also. That's a challenge. So we said we have one place at one city, and we're trying to do it small and personal. Here's some quotes again. But the most important thing is that we also create beautiful architecture. So we do everything from scratch. We find the place. We do the geometric on the place. We plan. We build. We operate. And we have fun and share experiences. That's our goal. Here you see the Flussbad campus in Berlin. It's direct at the River Spree. Behind you see the Reed House, which just came up in the Time magazine for the 100 places in the world, 2024. So it's like one pillar of our expression is to have nice materials, handcrafted things, and what I think the most important thing for interior design is do it that your eyes are not distracted from the real things. And the real things are, it's only presenting a ground where everybody, every one of you, like here, can be, have a safe place, can interact, and can have and share experiences. That's the only thing hospitality is providing in a, I said, human and where humanity can stand, that you have a safe ground. So here you see the same as I said in the pillars for good hospitality. We have an auditorium and a gallery, and we have rooms, library, we have a health and movement studio. And you see the materials are concrete, wood, and glass in a certain way, so only 3-4 materials per room, which then really focus your senses on the real things of interaction. Here, quite acknowledgement from the press, which is not so important, I have to say. It's important for then selling things or getting the acknowledgement to really fill the places, which is important because sustainability is also economic sustainability. But it's also good because then you can pay the people right, you can integrate everybody into your family who works for you. So it's like kind of an outside acknowledgement, but it's not in the focus. It's coming along when you're doing things good, I would say. So this is the Reed House again. It's an underground event space with a 3D 18-channel spatial sound system inside for sound experiences, sound listening. And some of the companies already experienced it. Here's some numbers for social media and for the community. And here a couple of images of our bakery and of our building in Portugal to have an image of how we do things and what we like to do. So in terms of farming, the last one here, and then also the Seegut in Tegernsee. And to wrap up my talk, and then we go into questions and hopefully into talks later on. In my opinion, hospitality can't solve the problems of the world, but it can make it at least a little bit in small scale better. And my approach, our approach, is instead of doing big politics, to provide small, safe havens to interact, to nourish and foster education, arts, where we can at least bring to the table what we have and invite people to have a discourse, a discussion. There are no limits in the places we are creating. And so I'm lucky to be able to provide these things. And whenever you're in Berlin or elsewhere, come and visit us. It's a very open thing, so it's not exclusive. Yeah, it's not exclusive by price. It's not determined by anything, which makes it very collective in a way, and also evolving. And we need people like you to bring it to another and the next level. So that's from my side. And now, thank you very much again for having me.